y'all, and welcome to today's video. I have the newest palette from Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny. This is a collaboration palette. This is Nightshade. I'm so excited. I've been playing with this palette, creating looks, swatching, testing. I want to share some looks with y'all, my swatches. We're gonna talk about this palette. Look at this fun green, purple, yellow color story. We're gonna have a good time. Let's jump into it. Alright y'all, this is the newest palette from Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny. This is the Nightshade palette. So we have a super fun color story. We have a nice mirror in this palette. I am so attracted to these purples, greens, yellows, some gray in here. I cannot wait to play with this. If you did not know, Doodles by the Bunny and Gourmande Girls collaborated last year around Halloween on the Spooked palette. So this was their, let me hold them both up. This was their palette from last year, and we have the same format in Nightshade for this year, but totally different color story. I am excited. I loved the Spook palette so much. Not loved, still love. It's such a great palette. I do have a video on this if you want to watch it. So I was very excited when I saw this palette. The quality of Spooked is so good. So I have high hopes for this one. Now, I have been playing with this palette, swatching it. Let me show you a close-up in swatches. There are some really beautiful embossings on the pan. In these, we have some really nice detail. We have different textures, different finishes in this palette. Of course, swatches don't tell the whole story. It depends on how they apply to the eyes, but I'm gonna create a look today. I'm gonna share with y'all another look that I have created with this one, and we'll kind of talk about this palette at the end of the video. But this palette is launching on July 27th. I will put all the information that I have for this launch down below in the description box. I don't know the time at the point that I'm filming this right now, so I will put the information there. I do have an affiliate code with the brand. You can use code Heather to save on this palette and their other items on their site. So you've seen the swatches, you've seen the close-up, you've seen this mirror, you've seen the theming, so fun. I am gonna put down an eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna zoom y'all in and we're going to create a look, but I actually think I'm gonna share with y'all the other look I did first. So let me show you that look and then we will create today and I'll tell you my thoughts. Okay, I am really looking forward to dipping into these purples for today's look. I think what I will do is start with this mid-tone purple right here. It has a flower embossed on the pan and this is called Nightshade. All right, I'm gonna put this all here in my socket. I'm gonna blend it up like this, and I'm just getting this shade laid down right now. I'll come back and blend it some more in a minute, but I just want to get this kind of right here in the center like that, and then I want to go into the deeper, whoops, hold on, where are we? The deeper purple right here called Woody. This looks to be a deep dark plum, and it has a DB, I'm guessing for Doodles by the Bunny, embossed on the pan, and we're gonna put that on the outer corner and the inner corner. All right, I'll be stamping this on my lid right here and then extending it up and out. And then I'm also gonna put it on the lid on the inner part, and I'm also going to extend it up like this. And I'm just going to put these mats like this, making sure I build it up how I want it, because we're just gonna do like this halo eye, this spotlight eye type of shape, and The brushes I'm using are Sigma brushes from my favorite set specifically so far. If they're not from my favorite set, then I will definitely let y'all know. But these two purples are looking so pretty together. I'll go back in with Nightshade, add a little bit more now, and kind of blend like this, but I want to leave the two darkest shades just on the inner and outer corners. Okay, I really like the way these shades are looking together. I think they look really pretty, but I want to bring in this gray shade right here. This is called Deadly, and it does have the G for Gourmande Girls embossed on the pan. So I'm going to take this, and this is going to be going on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to drag it like this, back and forth. Nothing too dramatic, just a little gray on our lower lash line. And then for the center of the lid, I'm going to dip into this shade right here. This is called Dream Shade. It looks really beautiful. It looks really sparkly. It has a leaf embossed in the pan. I'm going to pick it up on my brush. I'm going to spray my brush with a little setting spray, makeup mist. I do that 99.9% of the time. I use shimmers. So I'm going to spray my brush, and then we'll apply it to the center. All right, I'm taking that Dream Shade. Dream Shade is the name of the shade. And I'm putting it in the center. That is incredibly beautiful. Very sparkly, very intense. Really beautiful. Okay, back and forth like this. That is so gorgeous. Let's highlight the inner corner though before I go in with mascara. And to do that, here, I'm just gonna grab this pencil brush from Sigma, and we're gonna go into this white shade right here. It looks like a white with a little purple reflect to it, so a really pretty duochrome. I'm gonna put that right there. And then I'm gonna skip liner on the upper lashes. I am gonna put some purple in my waterline. I'm gonna put on some mascara, and then I will be right back. But here is the look before we do all that. Okay, y'all, here is the finished look. I think this is so beautiful and purple and sparkly, and I'm here for it. I really like this look. I put on mascara. I put on my Martine Cosmetics purple eyeliners. For blush today, I am wearing my Patrick Ta Double Take Powder Blush, just the powder, and She's Giving. My highlighter, of course, is my Resurgence collaboration highlighter duo with Unearthly. That's the little bit of glow you see. And then for my lips, I'm wearing Unearthly Cosmetics Lip Pencil in Carnage, and I topped it with my Patrick Ta, what is this? Patrick Ta Major Volume Plumping Gloss in Full Syringe. So here is our look. I'm super into it. I feel super pretty in this look. I like the no liner, no lash. I feel like you can really see that sparkle big time, but we do have more to talk about. Here's one last look at this sparkly purple eye. All right, I'm ready to create a look. I put down my eyeshadow primer, and I want to play with the yellow and the green. I want to play with these two matte shades first, and I want to kind of do like two tones in the like crease socket of my eye. So we're gonna start with this beautiful yellow called Bittersweet, and then the green is Henbane is what it's called. So I'm gonna pick up Bittersweet. I'm gonna use a brush from my Sigma set, and I'm gonna put this kind of all right here in the socket. All right, so I'm gonna press first, and I'm using a base. I'm using my blank canvas eyeshadow primer because it is pretty light, and with this yellow I want to really kind of pack it on so I can get like that full full pigment. Since yellow is just a light color, I want to really kind of press this on, and then I will kind of start to blend it slowly. But first I'm just pressing it on because I want that pigment to be like there in your face. You know, I want it to be unmistakably yellow. Okay, then I'm going into henbane, and I'm going to put this in the second part of my socket like this. And I'm going to bring it out as well, just to kind of lift my eye right out here. So I'm taking it out and down. And the same thing with this green, I'm really pressing it on first. And then I'm going to slowly start to blend. And green and yellow, it's going to be really easy to get a nice blend right in here. Those colors will mix well, so we don't have any harsh lines. But I'm just going to take my time and kind of pack and blend as I need. Okay, I'm going to take a fluffier brush, and I'm going to lightly take that yellow shade along the edges of the green. And I'm going to slowly add this yellow in, and then I'm going to blend out. So we have a nice fade from like yellow to green, and then there's this other hint of yellow out here. But I'm just gonna do it slowly because I don't want to let the green just go too crazy. So that's why I chose like a fluffy kind of like barely there type of brush, and I'm slowly blending. Okay, next up, I want to deepen up just a little bit of the outer corner with this black shade called Black Night. I'm also going to put this on the lower lash line, and I'm going to pull in a little bit of this really pale purple lavender shade called Belladonna. Okay, I'm going to start with the black on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to blend it like this. I'm not packing too much, I'm more so blending like that, and we'll bring it up to the outer corner as well. So yeah, I'm bringing this pretty low. This is going to be a bit more dramatic, but I'm also going to bring it to the inner corner. Let me just swap brushes. Okay, so I'm going to take that shade right here, just keeping it low, keeping it really low on the outer corner, buffing, and I'll go back and do some more blending in a minute. I just kind of want to have that shade laid down right there so I can see kind of like the shape that I'm creating. There we go, like that. And yeah, I'll blend that out a little bit lower with the green underneath in just a minute. But I want to bring in, let me see, let me grab another brush from my Sigma set. I'm going to go into Belladonna, and I'm going to put this right underneath the black that we have on the lower lash line. So this is a very light shade, and I thought it would be pretty just to kind of have that more black shade kind of blended so it looks a little less saturated, and then it kind of fades into this lighter, really pale lavender. Okay, I want to do two shades on the lid. I want to use Night Fury right here, and then I want to use the green. I want to use the green, the shade Hellbore right here. So these two shades kind of down here on this end of the palette. Oh my gosh, I'm always knocking things over. But I do want to put down like a sticky base. I'm testing out the Glitz Fix Prime and Shine from Inslee Rain. I bought this so long ago, and I just never consistently used it. So I'm really liking it, but I've been trying to use it more so I can see kind of really what I think about it. But I'm going to put this on the lid. I'm not going to cover up the black right out here, but we're going to put Night Fury here and Hellbore on the inner part of the lid. Okay, so I'm going to press the shadow on. I have that primer down, so I really just want to press the shadow straight onto that sticky, tacky base, and then I will blend after I have it off of my brush and onto my lid. So first, I'm just getting the shadow off my brush and onto that primer. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing with that green shade, just pressing it on first. These two shadows have different textures, so, or different finishes, or whatever you want to call it. So I think it's going to look really cool, them side by side on the lid. It's going to make the look a little more interesting. So I'm just going to, now that I have the shades down, I'm just going to take my time and kind of blend these to make sure I have a nice fade. Both of the brushes, like this one and the one I used with that green shade, are blinged brushes. I will link them, and I try to link everything I talk about down in the description box. I'm just taking my time here, and then I'm going to go back into that matte yellow that we started with, and I'm going to just add a little bit more and bring it up a little higher now that I have those shimmers down, just to make sure I don't lose that yellow. But I'll do some more blending in a minute as well. I just want to make sure that tacky base is completely set, and then I can go back and just do a little more blending. Okay, to highlight the inner corner, I'm going to go in with this beautiful yellow sparkly shade. It looks like maybe even have some like green and pink reflex in there. This is called Flowering. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to spray my brush with a little setting spray, makeup mist. It's what I do 99.9% of the time. And I'm going to highlight our inner corner. All right, so I'm just going to press that right there. And you can definitely see that like yellow with kind of the green reflect right there. That's really pretty. I'm going to see about doing a little more blending, but I have all the colors kind of placed where I want them. So I'm going to just diffuse a little bit, really liking the way this look comes together. I feel like this yellow and green is making me want a Sprite, and I'm here for it. So I'm going to put on some black liner, and I think we need a lash today. So I'm going to finish this off and I'll be back, but this is our look. All right, y'all, here is the finished look. I took off the lip oil I had on. It was a Sigma lip oil, and I put on Lawless Cream Smooth Glide Ultra Pigmented Lip Definer in the shade Rosewood. My lipstick is also from Lawless. This is a Wedding Day. That's my lip combo. I put on black eyeliner and some Ardell 113 lashes to complete our eye look. And then my blush highlight combo is Saie, Pinkglow, and Mauveglow. So that is what I use to kind of round out this look, but I really like this eye look. I like the green and the yellow together with the black, a little hint of that purple on the lid. I'm really into it. I think Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny did a great job on this palette. I think it is a great sister to the Spooked palette. They're the same size, in case you were wondering. And I just think this is a really fun color story. I really like the purple look that I created. I enjoyed playing with the greens and yellows today, and I'm looking forward to playing with this palette more for sure. I will definitely keep testing it, trying it, and put it in a speed review video coming up, but I really enjoy this. Again, it is launching on the 27th. You can use my code Heather to save, and I will put the other products I talk about, as well as this in the description box. So definitely check there if you have like any questions about anything. It's probably there, but I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please do subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I have so much planned, so many videos coming, so I hope you will stick around. Like this video if you liked it, please. It helps me out a ton, and I will see y'all very soon in another video. Bye!